Vegas. Yeah, we should go there.
Hey, look.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the battery?
Battery?
The battery. It's dead.
Well, where you going?
No, the battery's dead.
Don't get in my blind side. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm going to get the battery down.
Oh, you need to go to the bathroom?
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So on.
Go.
Alright, we're in Vegas. My face is white, looks like a clown because I have sunscreen on, but we're moving / hauling some stuff to a dumpster. Thought I was coming out for a vacation, but in reality it's manual labor. That's what we're doing. We're about to go move some steel into dumpsters, some branches. I'll film me move. So I'll film me doing some of that stuff, and yeah, then we'll proceed to do some other stuff.
I meet myself, I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Whole life never when I knew not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. I'm a slave for you. I'm a slave for you. Ripping hard and more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck.
Woo! Today's gonna be a big day, Joe. You know why?
Why?
No, that wasn't supposed to be a rhetorical question. I was asking if you knew why it was gonna be a big day.
Because we're doing jest?
There you go. Let's go! One more! Lift!
You're doing 5 sets, right? In your 5x5, and no matter how hard the sets are, if you get 4, you can typically get 5. Reason being, the 5th set is, I believe I stated it as win or lose, fail or succeed, do or die. So it's the ultimatum.
Realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven sent. With me tonight, I'm on a road. Forget the past, but what counts is our worth.
That was a great workout, despite the failing on the incline bench. Joe and I both failed our incline benches. What's to be expected? Don't want to make an excuse. I'm not wanting to do that, but we had a pretty intense, it wasn't supposed to be intense, but it was a pretty mild to intense rest day. It was arms. We did arms and we absolutely annihilated our triceps, and so coming into this, my chest was already a little tight because chest day wasn't that long ago on the split that I'm running. And then triceps, you need that extra power in your triceps. You would not imagine what having extremely sore triceps will do to you on chest day. You're gonna get wrecked. So it's to be expected. I got wrecked on my 5x5, unfortunately. So today's the first day. Today's the first day of this little series that I'm doing, just showcasing my 5x5s. Today we did incline bench and seated OHP. The reason we do incline bench and seated OHP opposed to doing the usual standing OHP and flat bench is because the incline bench and the seated OHP are much more of a strict movement as opposed to the flat bench where you're much more likely to use momentum and bounce it. I'm not exempt from that. I do it too. And standing OHP puts a lot of strain on my back in general, and you can use a lot more momentum on that. It's a lot less strict, once again, than the seated OHP. That's kind of where we're at right now. Tomorrow we're going to squat and deadlift, and then after that will be a rest day. I think I'm going to catch up with you guys tomorrow. I'll talk a little more. We'll see you tomorrow.
Feel it. Feel it in your bones.
So I just want to jump in here real quick. Joe and I just did squats and we did deadlifts. Squatting I did 255 and deadlifts I just hit 295. So next time I'll be doing 300 for my 5x5 on regular deadlifts, conventional deadlifts. That'll be fun. Joe, what did you do for your squats and deadlifts?
I did 195 for squats and 260 for deadlifts.
Pretty much same boat for Joe, so he'll be jumping into the 200 range for your squats. And then the reason I wanted to rope Joe into this is because primarily his incline bench, your incline bench has boosted up significantly since we started doing the 5x5. He was doing, what were we talking about the other day? What were you doing on incline bench when we first started?
I was doing like 115, 120 maybe.
Yeah, so he was doing 115, 120. And keep in mind, we've only been doing this for maybe a month or two. So what you'd say?
Yeah.
And then recently, yesterday, we did bench. We did incline bench, and you hit what?
155.
Yeah, 155. So that's crazy. So that's like a 35, 40 pound jump in a very short amount of time. My incline bench has gone from, let's see what I do. I did 215 the other day, and I started around 180. 180, 185, not as drastic as Joe's. Joe's still experiencing a bit of noob gains, and he's new to lifting, so he's getting a lot of that early on access. Well, he's doing it right. A lot of people don't do it right. I made sure that when I'm training with Joe, he's like doing heavy compound movements and getting the most out of his first year of lifting or whatever. And yeah, I mean, that's just what I wanted to talk about. 5x5 is so important. I made a video on this previously before on my channel, and I made it really complicated. I mean, really, guys, all you got to be doing if you're doing the 5x5 is incorporate progressive overload, 5 pounds every time you lift, and then be in a surplus. Being a caloric surplus is going to make everything easier. Besides that, the mullet's there. Not really much to say about the mullet besides I don't really like it. I kind of like the mullet, you know, like this whole spiel going on, but I don't like the top. I think the lady cut it a little too short. I told her down to my eyebrows, but she botched it a little there, but for the most part, it's not terrible. Vegas was very short, very short-lived. Didn't do much in Vegas. We're gonna go back to Vegas. Drew will be heading out soon, out here to Colorado, so we're gonna be making a ton of videos. We're gonna go back to Vegas, travel this summer, make videos with him, and actually get a filmer on the team. So this is gonna be cool. Just wanted to hop in here and talk. I don't know if I've done that in these past videos. Now we're gonna proceed to do some RDLs. Romanian deadlifts are primarily to focus on the hamstrings and the glutes. So when I'm doing conventional, I feel it just like almost a total body strain. That doesn't sound good. I mean, it's not like I'm feeling strain in the wrong areas. I'm just saying it feels more of like a core lift to me than an RDL does, and that's to be expected. The reason why we're including hypertrophic work inside of all these core lifts and intertwining them is because we don't want to be power lifters. I mean, I'm not looking for that physique. Joe, probably not too familiar with what I'm referring to there, but I'm sure he's not either. We're looking for an aesthetic physique, well-rounded aesthetics. Aesthetics over everything for Joe and I. So we want to be strong, we want to be functional, we want our bodies to be able to perform, but we also want aesthetics and we want to look good. I mean, there's no point for me to weightlift and go through all this hard work if I'm just going to look like trash and I'm still strong. That just wouldn't be worth it for me at all. I want to be strong and simultaneously look great. So that's the goal here. That's why I believe there's a fine balance between strength training and hypertrophy-based training. You should intertwine them, and that builds great physiques. I guess that's essentially a power builder. That's what I am. I guess that's what you could consider me. I'm not a bodybuilder. Not saying I am. But if I'm anything in that category, in that realm, I'm a power builder for sure.
Okay, so this next part, I'm just going to commentate. I'm going to do a voiceover. I don't think I've ever done a voiceover on my channel, but we're going to try for this workout. This final segment is just going to be the rest day, where Joe and I will do arms, but our strong lift is pull-ups, weighted pull-ups actually. Okay, that would be me walking up to the pull-up bar. That was meant to be some B-roll, some cinematics. Okay, we got me doing some pull-ups. I don't know how quick this is going, so yeah, we're doing some pull-ups. These are weighted pull-ups. I'm an idiot. I'm in jeans. Doing some weighted pull-ups. I believe I'm doing 27.5 pounds. Not the most I've ever done. I believe when I used to do these, back when I was lighter, I could literally do a plate. So working my way back up, but I mean, I added a lot of mass to my frame in a year, so I lost the ability to do even unweighted pull-ups for a while, but recently I've actually been able to do one-armed pull-ups again. I used to be able to do one. I almost did like 2 the other day, so that's kind of crazy for me. It's just cool to see that coming back. There's Joe. Really proud of Joe, man. I mean, I can't say enough about how much work Joe's put in and how much like progress he's made. Progress is the main thing I've seen with Joe. It's just unbelievable, man. I mean, as far as squatting and deadlifts go, he's not far behind me at all. Like, and the reason for that is I didn't squat or deadlift my first entire year of training. Really, I didn't. And so my squat and deadlift are really behind, and I'm working on that. Yeah, some more pull-ups from the back. I guess you can see a little bit of my back there and how my back's coming in. My freaking camera's about to die. Shoot. Okay, yeah, then there's Joe doing some skull crushers. I guess that's just to show that we were doing some hypertrophy on top of this workout. And there's some pull-ups again. And then we're going to run into some posing that wasn't supposed to make the cut because I had a terrible pump because I was doing keto all day. I had probably 15 carbs all day, so my pump was atrocious. But nonetheless, you got to see this part because it's kind of funny. Oh my, on the speaker, caught that on film too. Woo! He's reeling in the coins.
You were recording?
Oh yeah, we got you.
No!
I don't have many subscribers, don't worry. The audacity you have.